going to have it.
That'd be kind of neat. First ones are burned in.
Anybody at this point?
Happy you need my glasses.
I'm
going to sneeze if you don't hurry up. You're doing good, Happy. You have a steady
over this
hand.
way a little bit, Happy.
Glasses. Has anybody got propane tank?
Okay, ready?
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John Annie. Happy birthday to you. Woo, 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 woo. Blow me out.
All right.
Oh. He's wishing for a new pair of white boots.
Well,
I think there's some people that want to have something to say.
okay, there are some people who want to have something to
Is
say.
there some people that want to say something? Come forward.
Where's Jake?
Don't everybody run over.
I'm just...
Your boy Ron.
No, I don't mind. I'll say a few words. You probably haven't heard it, this about John. And I want to say this. I don't know all of you people that are here, but certainly I know all of you people know who he is. He's a great man.
Yes, he is.
Not too long ago, I heard that John was asked to preach at his church. Now, listen, John could preach about dogs and hunting and fishing, but I don't know about the church. So anyway, he came to hear me preach one time, so I said, well, I'll do the same thing to him. I would come to him. And I went to his church. I don't know how his pastor got him talked into it anyway, but I went to the church, and the pastor was up in the pulpit, and he had a box about the size of this cake. And he said to the congregation, says, I brought along some visual things to help me to make you understand what this sermon's about. And then he started taking out. He took 4 little jars out and set it up there on the pulpit. And then he took 4 little worms and put in each one of them. Now he's a fisherman, so he knows what worms are. And then after he did that, he opened up a bottle and poured the first one full of alcohol right on the pulpit now, poured it full of alcohol. And then the next one, he took out a pack of cigarettes, got a cigarette out, stuck it in it, puffed on it, and then blew the second one down into the second one there. And then the third one, now Brenda will tell you, John likes pancakes and waffles. So he brought some chocolate syrup with him. And so he was pouring along in there, in that third one, some chocolate syrup. Now when he got to the 4th bottle, he reached in that little box and got some good dirt and put it down in there. And so he said, well, now it's time for the sermon. So he preaches the sermon. He gets through with the sermon. He says, now, let me tell you, the worm in the alcohol died. The worm in the smoke died. The worm in the servant died. The worm in the good soil lived. He was wiggling around. Now, what did this have to do with my sermon? A little 5-year-old girl sitting on the first row raised her hand. Mr. John, I know. Mr. John says, what do you know? It says that if you drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, and eat a lot of syrup, you won't have worms. Now, let me tell you, I'm not putting John down for not being a Christian. He is about as good a Christian man as I've ever known. But I'll tell you this, if he had that boat hooked up behind that truck and was going fishing, and he saw the devil in trouble off on the side of the road, he'd stop and help him even if he was going to miss the tide when it comes. And Ben, now that I found out that he is a minister, I want to share one more little story with you, and then I'll shut up. Jesus was walking down the road, and he came to a man was crying, sitting down crying. He asked him, said, "What in the world's the matter with you?" And the man says, I'm blind, can you help me?" And Jesus cured him. He went on down the road a little bit further. Another man was crying. And he said to him, says, "What in the world's the matter?" He says, "I'm lame. Can you help me?" And Jesus cured him. He went on down the road a little bit further, and there was another man crying. He said, "What in the world's the matter with you?" He says, "I'm a minister." And Jesus sat down and wept with him. Now, I told you these joking with things. Now I want to tell you the good things I know about it. I've eaten fish fried a many a place. But I've never eaten fish that was fried any better than this man right here can fry. I mean, it seems like I just know when he's going to fry them. I smell them or something. And the other thing is, we know he's a good fisherman. But the best catch he ever made was when he caught his wife. God bless all of you. John, you want to preach for us?
No, I'm not capable of competing with that, Jake. And the only thing I can say is that I'm overwhelmed. I really am. Each and every one of you, I really appreciate what you've done.
Well,
Thank you.
well, I just want to say that, Johnny, you're the only uncle I've got, the only really close uncle I've got. And you have been very special to me all my life. And I love you dearly. And I don't like you walking home in the dark. Johnny and I have this thing because he comes up, walks over to Mother and Daddy's house and then wants to walk home in the dark. And I won't let him, so he tries to slip over there when I'm not there and do it. But anyway, I catch him. But you know, one thing I want to tell Melanie and Kathy, they probably don't know this, but how much their daddy loves him, because I'll never forget when I was a teenager. Well, I don't know why I'm crying, but anyway, when I was a teenager, and they came to visit us. I think we were staying at Litchfield, and they came to visit us, and of course, there were only two cousins I had, so I was always really, they were special. When they came, it was just always special. They were my little girl cousins, and I wanted to take them somewhere, and I was like just starting to drive, 15 or something, and I want to take them somewhere, and Johnny's like, I don't know. Finally, I talked him into it, and he said, "Well, just take care of them because they're all I got." And I'll never forget that. I thought that was so special. I mean, he just loved y'all so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, somebody else. And congratulations on your 80th birthday, because Lord knows you sure don't look 80. Lord, I hope I look that good when I'm 80.
I hope we make 80.
I do too. Yeah, I just want to make 80. Yeah. But it's a very special time. And Lord, thank you, Henry and Mike and everything, and Brenda and Kathy and Melanie. This is a wonderful party. It's a wonderful party.
I love you, Daddy.